There's a moment in everyone's spiritual journey where the same question appears again and again. A question that feels like a paradox, a contradiction, almost a spiritual riddle. How do I let go of my desire without giving up on it? At first, this doesn't make sense. You want something deeply. You can feel it. You can visualize it. You can even taste what life would be like if that manifestation finally arrived. But every spiritual teacher, every book, every video seems to whisper the same thing. You must let go. But what does that even mean? How do you release something you still want? How do you detach from the outcome without losing your intention? How do you surrender without falling into passivity, hopelessness, or giving up entirely? Today, I will take you into a deeper understanding of this energetic principle, not just conceptually, but internally, emotionally, energetically. So that when this video ends, you don't just understand how to let go, you feel it. You embody it, and you live from it. Because here's the truth. Letting go is not about abandoning your desire. Letting go is about releasing the emotional tension that prevents that desire from reaching you. Let's start here. The energetic knot. Think of your desire as something already created, already existing, already real. But between you and this manifestation, there's a knot, an energetic contraction formed by fear, doubt, urgency, overthinking, and emotional pressure. Every time you think, I need this, it has to happen now. What if it never comes? Why is it taking so long? That knot tightens. And the tighter you hold, the harder it becomes to receive, not because you're doing something wrong, but because when you grip so tightly to a desire, you close your energetic hands, and no closed hand can receive anything. Letting go is not abandoning the desire. Letting go is opening your hands again. Desire versus attachment. You are meant to desire. Desire is your compass. It guides you, expands you, moves you. But attachment, that emotional tension that says, I can't be okay without it, that is what blocks energy. So think of desire like a flame. It warms you. It guides you. It lights your path. But attachment is like cupping your hands around the flame so tightly that you suffocate it. Letting go is simply removing your hands and letting the flame breathe again. Most people don't manifest because they don't know this. Most people try to manifest from a place of tension, not alignment. They visualize, affirm, script, meditate, but underneath all of that, there is anxiety. Where is it? Why isn't it here yet? What if it never happens? And your energy, not your words, is what communicates with the universe. The universe responds to your frequency, not your frustration. So letting go isn't optional. It's essential. It's the doorway. And when you learn to step through it, your manifestations stop being chased and they start arriving. Learning to let go without losing what you want. So let's go even deeper, because letting go is not just an energetic shift. It's an emotional initiation, a maturation of consciousness, A moment where you stop trying to control life and begin to cooperate with it. The moment you stop chasing, everything starts coming toward you. Think about the times in your life when something flowed easily. A relationship that began naturally. Opportunities that appeared without force. Ideas that came without pressure. People who showed up effortlessly. These moments had something in common. You weren't gripping. You weren't pushing. You weren't trying to force anything to happen. You were simply being present, open, receptive. That is the frequency of letting go. It doesn't mean I don't care. It means I trust. And trust is the single most magnetic energy you can embody. The universe responds to your state, not your stress. Imagine two people. Person A wants something deeply, but they are anxious, checking constantly, doubting, forcing, mentally chasing. Their energy says, I don't believe I can have this. Person B wants the same thing, but they are grounded, calm, aligned, living their life, showing up as if what they want is already on its way. Their energy says, I'm open, I'm ready. Which one does the universe mirror back? Which one receives faster? Which one collapses the timeline? Always, always the one who is relaxed, open, and trusting. Letting go moves you from person A to person B. It shifts your energy from I need to I am. Letting go turns you into a match for what you want. You cannot receive something from a state of fear. You cannot attract something from a state of lack. You cannot align with something from a state of desperation. Desires respond to your inner environment. If your inner world is tight, worried, contracted, afraid, your desire cannot anchor into your reality. But when your energy becomes spacious, trusting, soft, you become a vibrational match to the reality where your desire already exists. Manifestation is not about convincing the universe. Manifestation is about aligning with the version of you who is not afraid anymore. This is why letting go feels so hard. Not because you're doing it wrong, not because you're weak, not because you don't deserve your desire. Letting go feels hard because you are releasing the illusion of control, the survival instinct that says, hold on tighter, the fear of disappointment, the belief that you must force things, the idea that outcomes define your worth. You are not just letting go of the desire, you're letting go of the story attached to the desire. And that story has been heavy. For some of you, that story has shaped your entire identity. So yes, letting go feels like a death, but it is actually a rebirth. Letting go is not a thought. It's a nervous system shift. You can say, I'm letting go, I surrender, I release. But if your body is still tense, your breath is shallow, your mind is racing, your chest feels tight, you haven't let go. You've intellectualized the idea, but your body is still holding the fear. Letting go happens in the nervous system. It is the moment your body finally exhales, the moment your shoulders drop, the moment your chest relaxes, the moment you feel a subtle internal click. And you realize, you know what? I'm okay. It's going to work out. I'm done fighting reality. That is the real surrender.
What letting go actually looks like in your daily life. Letting go doesn't mean you stop visualizing, stop affirming, or stop believing. Letting go means you stop obsessively checking if it's here yet. You stop trying to control how or when it shows up. You stop living your life around the absence of the desire. You shift from waiting mode to living mode. You drop the timeline. You drop the pressure. You drop the emotional urgency. Letting go looks like this. You still want it. You still see it. You still move toward it, but you're no longer suffocating it with fear. You're creating space, and space is where manifestations land. The energetic paradox. Here's the spiritual irony. You never receive something until you no longer need it. Not because the universe is testing you, not because your desire is being withheld, not because you must suffer first, but because needing creates resistance, and resistance blocks receiving. The moment you shift from "I need this to be okay" to "I'm okay and I welcome this into my life," everything changes. That is letting go. That is alignment. That is power. You're not losing the desire. You're releasing the fear around it. You're walking away from the energetic weight around it. You're not removing the intention. You're removing the tension. You're not giving up. You're leveling up. You're stepping into the version of yourself who no longer begs for what is already theirs. Before we continue, just a gentle reminder. If this message is resonating with you, if something inside you feels like it's waking up, if you're ready to step into a deeper level of awareness, subscribe to the Quantum Room. This channel is a space for seekers, people who want more clarity, more consciousness, more alignment, and more inner freedom. Every week, we explore a new layer of the self: manifestation, energetics, identity, intuition, and the architecture of reality. So if you're on a journey of awakening, you're not alone. We're walking it together. Now, let's go deeper. Learning to let go without losing what you want. We've talked about why letting go matters, but now we step into something even deeper. How letting go actually accelerates your manifestations. Because the moment you release resistance, your desire can finally reach you. The receiving state is more powerful than any technique. You can visualize for hours, affirm all day, repeat the scripts, watch the signs, decode the angel numbers, analyze the synchronicities. But underneath all of it, if you are still tense, still waiting, still monitoring, still chasing, nothing moves. Manifestation techniques are tools, but the receiving state is the doorway. Techniques activate the mind. The receiving state activates the universe, because the universe responds to relaxed expectation, calm readiness, subtle openness, quiet confidence. Not mental noise, not spiritual desperation, not emotional urgency. When your energy softens, life finally has space to bring you what you desire. Why letting go speeds everything up. When you hold on tightly to a desire, you're essentially saying, "I don't believe it's coming. I don't trust the timing. I don't think I'm safe without it." This fear creates resistance, and resistance delays, always. But when you let go, truly let go, you signal, I already trust where this is going. I already know I'm supported. I already feel aligned with the outcome. This shifts you into the timeline of least resistance, the version of you who already has the desire, the frequency of receiving. This is why dreams arrive faster when you stop asking how and when. You step out of your own way. You loosen the knot. You release the grip. You let the river move again. Letting go is not loss. It's energetic maturity. Think of a child holding a balloon. They grip it tightly, afraid to lose it. Fear makes the hand close even harder. But as adults, we know something. A balloon doesn't disappear just because your hand relaxes. Letting go doesn't mean losing control. It means understanding that what actually belongs to you cannot be taken from you. What aligns with your frequency cannot slip away. And what is not meant for you cannot be held. Letting go is maturity. The maturity to trust that you do not need to chase what is already written for you. Why surrender is not apathy. A lot of people fear that letting go means, I won't care anymore. I'll stop wanting it. I'll lose motivation. I'll become passive. But that confusion comes from seeing desire and attachment as the same thing. They are not. Desire is intention. Attachment is fear. When you let go, you lose the fear, not the desire. Your intention stays clear. Your vision stays alive. Your heart stays open. But your nervous system finally stops screaming for safety. You move from, I must force this, to, I'll allow this. That is surrender. Surrender isn't giving up. Surrender is receiving without resistance. The two energies inside you. Right now inside you are two forces. One, the force of desire, the part of you that wants more, expands, dreams, grows. And two, the force of attachment, the part of you afraid of not getting what you want. Letting go is the moment when these two forces stop fighting and begin working together. Desire leads, attachment dissolves, and your energy becomes coherent. Manifestation requires coherence, a unified internal signal. Because when your desire is loud, but your fear is louder, your frequency becomes scrambled. Letting go clears the noise. The identity shift behind letting go. Here's the secret most people never realize. You don't struggle to let go because of the desire. You struggle because the desire is tied to your identity. You believe, if I get this, I'll be enough. If I get this, I'll be worthy. If I get this, I'll be safe. If I get this, life will finally make sense. So letting go feels like losing the thing that would finally fix everything. But that's the illusion. Nothing external can fix the internal you refuse to meet. Letting go isn't about releasing the desire. It's about releasing the belief that you need the desire to become whole. From that wholeness, you create with ease. A guided moment. Feel the difference. Before we move to the next section, let's do something simple. Close your eyes for a moment. Think about your desire, the one that feels the most important right now, the one that lives closest to your heart. Notice the tension around it. Where do you feel it? Chest? Stomach? Throat? Shoulders? Now take a long, slow breath and imagine that tension melting like warm light dissolving ice. You're not letting go of the desire. You're letting go of the fear that strangles it. Feel the space opening. Feel the breath returning. Feel the body softening. This is surrender. This is alignment. This is letting go. How to hold a desire without clinging. Imagine holding a bird in your hand. If you grip too tightly, you hurt it. You suffocate it. You trap it. But if you simply open your palm, the bird can choose to stay. It can breathe. It can trust you. Your desire is the same. Tight grip means I need this or I can't be okay. Open palm means I welcome this because it's aligned with who I am. Letting go is opening the palm, not dropping the bird. It's the shift from fear to freedom.
Aligned action versus forced action. This is where so many people get confused and where manifestation blocks appear the most. People often ask, if I let go, won't I stop taking action? Won't I become passive? Won't I miss my opportunity? But here's the truth. Letting go doesn't stop action. It stops forced action. There's a huge difference. Forced action comes from fear, is rushed, feels heavy, drains your energy, is driven by I must make this happen. Aligned action comes from clarity, is intuitive, feels light, energizes you, is driven by I choose this because it feels right. Letting go removes the pressure of needing results, so your actions become cleaner, purer, more aligned, and far more effective. You stop trying to force the universe, and instead, you partner with it. Why you must stop checking, chasing, and waiting. If you want to know whether you've really let go, look at these 3 behaviors. Checking. Is it here yet? Has anything changed? Where's my sign? Chasing. I'll do anything, just please let this happen. Waiting. I can't live fully until this arrives. These behaviors come from a state of lack, not alignment. Every time you check, you send the signal it's not here. Every time you chase, you send the signal I don't believe I can receive. Every time you wait, you send the signal my life is on pause. And the universe mirrors that. Life's flow stops because you stop. Letting go is ending the checking, ending the chasing, ending the waiting. It is living fully now, not later. What your energy looks like once you truly let go. Once you've surrendered, your energy shifts into something unmistakable. You feel lighter. Your mind becomes quieter. You stop overanalyzing every detail. You stop attaching meaning to delays. You stop needing signs to reassure you. You start trusting yourself again. You reconnect with your creativity, intuition, and authenticity. You shift from, I hope this works, to, I know it's already aligned. You go from feeling powerless to feeling magnetic. You stop forcing, because the version of you who receives doesn't need to force. This is the frequency that collapses timelines. Why timelines collapse when you relax? Manifestation isn't linear, it's quantum. And quantum reality responds to state, not time, not effort, not pressure. When you relax, your energy expands, your frequency rises, your self-trust strengthens, your intuition sharpens, your heart opens, your resistance drops, and suddenly, people appear, opportunities align, ideas flow, paths open, conversations happen, doors unlock. It feels like magic,
but it's simply resonance. You shifted your internal frequency, so your external reality rearranged itself to match. The subtle moment everything changes. There is always a moment, a soft moment, where the shift happens. It's not dramatic. It's not loud. It's not explosive. It's calm, quiet, almost invisible. It's the moment where you say, from your deepest truth, "It's okay. I don't need to fight anymore. I'm done resisting. I'm done chasing. I trust the unfolding." That moment is the pivot, the quantum jump, the shift into a timeline where your desire is already yours. And that's when the universe moves, instantly, precisely, effortlessly. Learning to let go without losing what you want. So now we reach the final and most important part of this journey. Not just letting go once, but staying in that surrendered state without slipping back into fear, doubt, or chasing. Because the universe responds to consistency, not perfection, consistency, to a steady inner frequency. And the more stable your energy becomes, the faster your reality shifts. How to stay in surrender without backsliding. You don't maintain surrender through control. You maintain it through awareness. Notice the signs. When you start checking again, you're clinging. When you start comparing again, you're doubting. When you start rushing again, you're fearing. And when you notice it, don't punish yourself. Don't fall into guilt. Don't collapse into frustration. Just breathe. Awareness is the correction. The moment you see the pattern, you're no longer inside it. You've stepped out of the loop and back into alignment. Letting go is not a one-time event. It's a state of being you return to again and again until it becomes natural. How to keep desire alive without tension. A desire is like a flame. If you ignore it, it fades. If you smother it, it dies. But if you give it air and let it breathe, it expands. That's what letting go does. It allows your desire to breathe, to grow, to align, to find its path to you. Keep your desire alive by feeling it, not fearing it. By envisioning it, not gripping it. By moving towards it, not chasing it. Desire is healthy. Attachment is heavy. Let the desire stay. Let the attachment go. The trust loop. How you stabilize your energy. There is a simple loop, a cycle that keeps you in alignment. It looks like this. Awareness, relaxation, trust, alignment, evidence, more trust. Awareness shows you where fear is. Relaxation softens the resistance. Trust opens the frequency. Alignment calls the desire closer. Evidence shows up subtly through signs, feelings, shifts. And that evidence nourishes trust even more. This loop builds momentum. It rewires your nervous system. It trains your subconscious to feel safe again. And when your body feels safe, you enter your most magnetic state. You don't manifest from panic. You manifest from presence. The universe loves an open heart. There is one truth that repeats itself in every spiritual tradition, every metaphysical teaching, every intuitive knowing. The universe responds to openness. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be enlightened. You don't need to have every doubt erased. You simply need to remain open. Open to timing, open to surprises, open to alignment, open to possibilities far bigger than what your mind can predict. When you let go, you're not just releasing tension. You're opening yourself to a life that can exceed your imagination. A closing energetic activation. Before we close this journey, let's anchor this new state into your body. Take one deep breath and feel your chest expand. Feel the heaviness release. Feel your mind soften. Feel your energy become spacious. Now imagine your desire not as something far away, but as something already vibrating within your field. Feel it here. Feel it close. Feel it alive. Say gently, inside your mind or out loud, I release the fear. I release the urgency. I release the pressure. I welcome what is aligned. I trust what is unfolding. I am open. I am ready. I am already becoming the version of me who receives with ease. Feel that settle in your body. That is surrender. That is alignment. That is letting go. If this journey touched something inside you, if it helped you breathe a little easier, if it